Hello everyone, welcome to MJ Lectures. Myself Mayuri Jadhav. First of all, I am extremely thankful for the response given for the last video. Now we are going to continue with the series of the lectures of chemistry. Today we are going to study alcohols. Please like, share, subscribe and educate India. Hello everyone, today we will study alcohols. Firstly, we will study introduction of alcohols. Alcohols are hydroxyl derivative of alkanes. They are formed by replacing one or more hydrogen atom of alkane by hydroxyl group, that is OH group. For example, RH, which is alkane, is converted into ROH, that is alcohol. In this reaction, hydrogen atom of alkane is replaced by the OH group and we get alcohol. Now let's study classification of alcohols. Depending on the number of OH groups attached, the alcohols are classified into monohydric alcohols, dihydric alcohols, trihydric alcohols and polyhydric alcohols. Mono means single. The alcohols which contain single OH group are monohydric alcohols, that is methyl alcohol. The alcohols which contain two OH group are called as dihydric alcohols. The alcohols which contain three OH group are called as trihydric alcohols, and the alcohols which contain more than three OH groups are called as polyhydric alcohols. Now again, the monohydric alcohol is classified into primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. The alcohol in which the OH group attached to the carbon is only attached to the single methyl group is called as primary alcohol. The alcohol in which the OH group attached to the carbon is already substituted by the two methyl groups are called as secondary alcohols. The alcohol in which the OH group attached to the carbon is already substituted by the three methyl groups are called as tertiary alcohols. This is classification of monohydric alcohols. Now let's study physical properties of alcohols. First, that is lower members are liquid in nature. Lower member of alcohols means the alcohols which contain less number of carbon atoms, nearly C8 carbon atoms. Now the alcohols are neutral substances. Higher members of alcohols are solid in nature. Lower alcohols are soluble in water. Higher alcohols have less solubility in water because they have more number of carbon and thus the hydrocarbon character increases and thus the molecular weight increases and the solubility decreases. Next, that as the carbon chain increases, boiling point increases. For example, methanol, which contains single carbon, has boiling point 64 degrees Celsius, and pentanovanol, which contains 5 carbon, has the boiling point 138 degrees Celsius. Thus, it is proved that as the carbon chain increases, boiling point increases. Next, as the branching increases, boiling point decreases. Now let's take example of butanol and butyl alcohol, which contains same number of carbon atom, same number of hydrogen atom and same number of oxygen atom, only the structure is different. Now in N-butanol, the boiling point of alcohol is 118 degrees Celsius. And when we take the example of tertiary butyl alcohol, the boiling point goes to 83 degrees Celsius. Thus, in tertiary butyl alcohol, the branching increases and boiling point decreases. Now, boiling point of alcohol is much higher than that of hydrocarbons of same molecular weight due to hydrogen bonding present in alcohols. Now, we know that for hydrogen bonding, electronegative atom is must. Now, hydrocarbons, which only contains hydrogen and carbon, it does not contain any of the electronegative atom. Thus, hydrogen bonding is not present in hydrocarbons. Now, for example, N-pentane has molecular weight 72 and its boiling point is 36 degrees Celsius, and that of butyl alcohol, whose molecular weight is 74, is nearly same as that of N-pentane, but the boiling point of butyl alcohol is 118 degrees Celsius. This is due to the hydrogen bonding present in butyl alcohol. Now let's study preparation methods of alcohols. Firstly, from carbohydrates. Now let's take example, that is maltose. Maltose is a sugar. When maltose is treated with H2O in presence of yeast which contain enzyme, that is maltase, the maltose enzyme is converted into glucose. That is, there is breakdown of sugar, that is C12H22O11 in presence of water, and yeast is converted into C6H12O6. Now glucose, that is C6H12O6 in presence of yeast which contain enzyme thymase. It converts glucose into ethyl alcohol and CO2 gas is released. There is fermentation of sugars by yeast in this reaction and we get alcohol. Now preparation of alcohols from alkyl halides. When alkyl halide, that is ethyl bromide, is treated with sodium hydroxide, that is aqueous sodium hydroxide, and heated, we get ethyl alcohol as a product and sodium iodide as a byproduct. In this reaction, the bromine group, that is halide group of the alkyl halide, is replaced by OH group of sodium hydroxide and we get alcohol as a product. Now this is for primary and secondary alkyl halides, but when we take the example of tertiary alkyl halide, that is tertiary butyl chloride, when treated with sodium hydroxide and heated, in this reaction elimination reaction is preferred than that of substitution reaction. The conversion of alkyl halide into alcohol is the example of substitution reaction. But in case of tertiary butyl chloride, that is tertiary alkyl halide, there is formation of butene in place of tertiary butyl alcohol. That is, formation of butene is a major product and tertiary butyl alcohol is a minor product. Because in case of tertiary alkyl halide, elimination reaction is preferred than that of substitution reaction and we get 1-butene as a major product. Now, formation of alcohols from alkenes. First, that is hydration of alkenes. When alkene is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, we get an intermediate. This reaction is reversible reaction up to the intermediate step. When we add water, we get ethyl alcohol as a product and H2SO4 is released. There is addition of water. In this reaction, there is addition of water according to Markovniksov rule, that is, one hydrogen atom is attached to one carbon and one OH group is attached to another carbon atom and we get alcohol. Now, formation of alcohols from alkenes by oxymercuration and demercuration. When alkene is treated with mercuric acetate, that is HgOSc twice, in presence of water, we get an intermediate, and when this intermediate is reduced, that is the reduction reaction takes place in presence of NaBH4 as a reducing agent. This step is also called as demercuration step and we get ethyl alcohol as a product. Now Let's study preparation of alcohols from alkenes by hydroboration oxidation. When alkene is treated with diborane, that is BH3, we get an intermediate, and when we treat it with hydrogen peroxide, the oxidation reaction takes place and there is formation of ethyl alcohol. Again in this reaction there is addition of water molecule, that is one of the hydrogen atom gets attached to one of the carbon and another OH group gets attached to another carbon. For this reaction, THF as an inert solvent is required, that is trialkylborane. Now, reduction of carbonyl compounds, that is catalytic hydrogenation. When aldehyde, that is carbonyl compound, is treated with hydrogen in presence of ranitidine as a catalyst for reduction reaction. In place of ranitidine, we can also use platinum or palladium as a catalyst. At 140 degrees Celsius, we get ethyl alcohol. In this reaction, there is reduction of aldehyde into alcohol. Now when ketone, that is acetone, is treated with hydrogen in presence of ranitidine as a catalyst at 140 degrees Celsius, we get propyl alcohol. Now reduction of carbonyl compounds by reduction with sodium amalgam and water or acid. Now when acetaldehyde is treated with nascent hydrogen, this nascent hydrogen is formed in the previous step as given above, that is sodium amalgam. When treated with water, we get sodium hydroxide, mercury and nascent hydrogen. Now this nascent hydrogen is used for reduction of carbonyl compounds, that is acetaldehyde. When treated with nascent hydrogen, we get ethyl alcohol as a product. Again, when acetone, that is ketone, is treated with nascent hydrogen, we get 2-propanol, that is alcohol. The reduction of aldehydes gives primary alcohols and the reduction of ketones always gives secondary alcohols. Now the reduction of carbonyl compounds, that is reduction of acids by lithium aluminium hydride. When acetic acid is treated with lithium aluminium hydride, we get an intermediate of aluminium and lithium. And when this intermediate is treated with HCl, that is hydrogen chloride, we get ethyl alcohol as a product. LiLH4, that is lithium aluminium hydride, is a specific reducing agent. It always reduces carbonyl compounds to alcohols. Now reduction with lithium aluminium hydride, that is LaH or LiLH4. Acetaldehyde, that is aldehyde, when treated with lithium aluminium hydride in presence of ether, we get an intermediate here. Again when it is treated with dilute HCl, we get ethyl alcohol as a product. Lithium aluminium hydride is a specific reducing agent. It always reduces carbonyl compounds to alcohols. It never reduces carbon-carbon double bond. It always reduces saturated or unsaturated aldehydes or ketones into saturated or unsaturated alcohols. Now, preparation of alcohols from Grignard reagent or Grignard synthesis. Primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols are prepared from Grignard synthesis. Aldehydes or ketones react with Grignard reagent to form magnesium complex, which on acid hydrolysis gives alcohols. Firstly, primary alcohol. that is formaldehyde. When treated with Grignard reagent, that is CH3-MgBr, in presence of ether, we get a Grignard complex, that is magnesium complex intermediate, and when acid hydrolysis takes place in presence of HOH and H+, we get a alcohol, that is ethanol. Now secondary alcohols. When acetaldehyde is treated with Grignard reagent, that is CH3-MgBr, in presence of ether, we get Grignard complex here, which on acid hydrolysis in presence of H+ and HOH gives propan-2-ol. We get secondary alcohols here. By the reduction of formaldehyde, we got primary alcohol. By the reduction of acetaldehyde, we have got secondary alcohols. Reduction of formaldehyde always gives primary alcohol. Now, tertiary alcohols. When ketone is treated with Grignard reagent in presence of ether, we get a complex which on acid hydrolysis gives tertiary alcohol, that is 2-methyl-propan-2-ol. Now, the reduction of ketones always gives tertiary alcohols. Preparation of alcohols from ethylene oxide. Phenyl magnesium bromide, that is Grignard reagent, when treated with ethylene oxide, we get a complex which again on acid hydrolysis gives beta phenyl ethyl alcohol, that is alcohol is prepared here. It gives primary alcohols. Grignard reagent reacts with ethylene oxide to give primary alcohols. Now from esters. Now when ethyl formate, that is ester, is treated with Grignard reagent, that is CH3-MgBr, we get a complex which on acid hydrolysis gives secondary alcohol. Now reactions of alcohols. The reactions of alcohols are classified into two parts, that is reactions involving replacement of OH group. This reaction is again classified into two parts, that is formation of alkyl halides and dehydration of alcohols. And second, that is reactions involving replacement of H atom of OH group. This is again classified into three parts, that is reaction with active metals, ester formation and oxidation reaction. Now firstly, let's study reactions involving replacement of OH group, that is formation of alkyl halide using HX, that is hydrogen halide. When ethyl alcohol is treated with hydrogen halide, that is HCl, in presence of anhydrous ZnCl2, we get ethyl chloride, that is alkyl halide, as a product. In this reaction, the OH group of the alcohol is replaced by the chlorine group of the alkyl halide and we get alkyl halide as a product. Alcohols react with HCl, HBr and HI to give corresponding alkyl halide. Reaction is carried out by passing dry hydrogen halide gas into an alcohol in presence of anhydrous ZnCl2. Now the reactivity of hydrogen halide decreases in order of HI, HBr and HCl. Among the alcohols, it is tertiary, secondary and primary. Now let's study secondary alcohols. When treated with HBr, that is hydrogen halide, we get isopropyl bromide. In this reaction, the OH group of isopropyl alcohol is replaced by the Br group of hydrogen halide and we get alkyl halide, that is isopropyl bromide. Now tertiary alcohol that is tertiary butyl alcohol when treated with concentrated hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, at room temperature, we get tertiary butyl chloride as a product. In this reaction, the OH group of the alcohol is replaced by the chlorine group of hydrogen halide and we get alkyl halide as a product. Now formation of alkyl halide using phosphorus trihalides. Alcohols react with phosphorus trihalides like PCl3, PBr3 and PI3 to form corresponding alkyl halides. Now when ethyl alcohol is treated with PCl3, that is phosphorus trichloride, we get ethyl chloride as a product. In this reaction, the OH group of alcohol is replaced by the chlorine group of phosphorus trihalide and we get ethyl chloride, that is alkyl halide, as a product. Now, formation of alkyl halide using thionyl chloride. Thionyl chloride is SOCl2. When alcohol is treated with thionyl chloride, that is SOCl2, in presence of pyridine as a base, we get ethyl chloride, that is alkyl halide, as a product, and SO2, that is sulfur dioxide gas is released and HCl gas is also released. Now, reactions involving replacement of OH group, that is dehydration of alcohols. Now dehydration of alcohols is again divided into two parts, that is intramolecular dehydration and intermolecular dehydration. Intramolecular dehydration leads to formation of alkenes and intermolecular dehydration leads to formation of ethers. Intermolecular dehydration requires excess of alcohols. Now let's study dehydration of alcohols. Firstly, intramolecular dehydrations, which leads to formation of alkenes. When alcohols react with concentrated sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, at 160 degrees Celsius, we get propene, that is alkene, as a product. In this reaction, there is elimination of water molecule. The OH from the alpha carbon is released and the hydrogen from the beta carbon is eliminated, and finally the H2O molecule is eliminated and we get alkene as a product. As there is only one beta carbon present, there is only possibility of one product, but if there is two beta carbons present, then there are two products for product formation. Now let's study that in case of more than one beta hydrogen, more products are possible. For example, that is butyl alcohol. The OH group attached to the carbon is given as alpha and adjacent to that are beta and beta dash. Now let's give CH2 as beta and CH3 as beta dash. Now when butyl alcohol is treated with concentrated H2SO4, we get 2 butene and 1 butene. Now which product is major product and which product is minor product? To decide that, there is one rule, that is Sadzef's rule. This we have already studied in previous video of alkyl halides, study of alkyl halides. The Sadzef's rule states that in elimination reaction, more substituted alkene is a major product. Now let's see both the products. In case of 2-butene, the double bond is substituted by 2 CH3 groups, and in case of 1-butene, the double bond is substituted from one side by CH2 and CH3, but from another side it is not substituted by any of the group. Thus, we conclude that 2-butene is a major product in intramolecular dehydration reaction. Now dehydration of alcohols, that is intermolecular dehydration, which leads to formation of ethers. when ethyl alcohol is treated with concentrated H2SO4 at 140 degrees Celsius, we get an intermediate here, and by addition of excess of alcohol again, we get diethyl ether, that is ether formation. For this reaction, in the second step, we require excess of alcohol. With diethyl ether, we again get H2SO4 as a byproduct, which is already taken in the first step. And this H2SO4 formed is again used for the whole of the reaction to complete. Thus, this reaction is also called as continuous etherification reaction. In this reaction, the ethyl alcohol is treated with H2SO4, we get intermediate, and by addition of excess of alcohol, that is excess of ethyl alcohol, we get diethyl ether. Now reaction with active metals, that is formation of alkoxide. When ethyl alcohol is treated with sodium metal, in case of sodium metal, we can also use potassium, aluminium or magnesium metals. We get sodium alkoxide. That is, in this reaction, the hydrogen atom of the alcohol is replaced by the sodium metal. As given in the heading, reactions involving replacement of H atom of the OH group. Only the H atom is replaced in this reaction. Now ester formation. When acetic acid is treated with alcohol, we get ethyl acetate, that is ester. This reaction is reversible reaction. In this reaction, only the H group is replaced of the alcohol and we get ester. As the ester is formed in this reaction, the reaction is also called as esterification reaction. The reactivity in esterification is CH3OH, primary, secondary and then tertiary. Now oxidation of alcohols. Now when K2Cr2O7, that is potassium dichromate, is treated with sulfuric acid, we get potassium sulfate, H2O and nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen is used for further oxidation reactions. Now let's study oxidation of alcohols. Firstly, primary alcohol, that is when ethyl alcohol is treated with nascent oxygen. Now we have already studied the formation of nascent oxygen in previous slide. When ethyl alcohol is treated with nascent oxygen, we get acetaldehyde. And when this acetaldehyde is treated again with nascent oxygen, there is oxidation reaction and we get acid. The number of carbon atoms always remains same in formation of alcohol to acid and alcohol to aldehyde. Now the reaction is difficult to stop at aldehyde stage. Now primary alcohol is treated with KMnO4, purple KMnO4. We get a salt of potassium salt of acid and brown PPT of MnO2 and potassium hydroxide. When this salt is treated with hydrogen chloride, we get propionic acid. The purple color of KMnO4 disappears. Use of PCC, that is pyridinium chlorochromate, stops the oxidation of primary alcohol at aldehyde stage. When we want to form aldehyde from a primary alcohol, we have to use PCC as a reagent to stop the reaction at aldehyde stage. Now oxidation of secondary alcohols. Oxidation of secondary alcohols always gives ketone with same number of carbon atoms. For example, propyl alcohol, when treated with nascent oxygen, we get acetone as a product. Now oxidation of alcohols, that is tertiary alcohols. Oxidation of tertiary alcohols gives ketone, and ketone further gives acid. But there is reduction of carbon atoms from alcohol to acetone and again from acetone to acid. For example, tertiary butyl alcohol, when treated with oxygen, nascent oxygen in presence of CrO3 as oxidizing agent, we get acetone with one carbon atom less. When acetone is treated with nascent oxygen in presence of CrO3, we get acetic acid with again one carbon atom less. Thus, in each step, one carbon atom is reduced. Now, let's study the analysis of alcohols. How to analyze the alcohols? Firstly, evolution of hydrogen gas. When alcohol is treated with sodium metal or any of the metal, we get sodium alkoxide and hydrogen gas is released. Secondly, when ester formation. When acid and alcohol gets reacted, we get ester formation. This reaction we have already studied before, and this reaction is reversible reaction. This reaction is also called as esterification reaction. Now, Br2 in CCl4. Alcohols do not colorize Br2 in CaCl4. This is distinguishing property of alcohols from alkenes and alkynes. For example, when we take alcohol, that is ROH, in CCl4, Br2 in CCl4, there is no decolorization of alcohol. Lucas reagent, that is Lucas test. Lucas reagent is mixture of HCl, that is hydrogen chloride, and anhydrous ZnCl2. Alcohols react with Lucas reagent and forms alkyl halide. Reactivity of alcohols with Lucas reagent is tertiary, secondary and primary. Now, let's study the last slide of alcohol, that is iodoform test. Only those alcohols which contain the given structure gives positive iodoform test. The structure is given below. Such alcohols react with I2, that is iodine, with sodium and sodium hydroxide, that is sodium hypoiodate, and gives positive iodoform test. Tertiary alcohols do not give this test. Secondary alcohols which gives COCH3, that is acetoxy group on oxidation, gives this test. In primary alcohols, only ethyl alcohol gives this test. This is all about the study of alcohols. Thank you.